gonna hike up to the Pillbox above the Lanikai Beach, and it's up to these pillboxes. These are old World War II lookout barracks that sit up on top of the highest peak here, overlooking the east side of Oahu. And I'm gonna check it out, and I'll put at the bottom how far this hike is, but stick with me and I'll show you this hike. The main trailhead for the Lanikai Pillbox hike is 1.6 miles round trip and located on Kailua Drive in the town of Kailua, directly opposite of the Mid-Pacific Country Club. Parking is limited and strictly enforced in this neighborhood. It is recommended to park your vehicle at the nearby Kailua Beach Park and walk the 0.6 of a mile to the trailhead. Be sure to bring plenty of water and wear the proper footwear for this hike. The hike starts at the trailhead on Kailua Drive and immediately starts the incline up the steep ridge. You will gain 626 feet by the time you reach the second pillbox. As you hike up along the ridge trail, there is stunning panoramic views of the Lanikai Beach below, with the Mokulua Islands just off the shoreline, and of the Kailua mountain range. Halfway up, there's a nice little lookout over the east side. Let me show you what that looks like. Very cool. So that's the first pillbox, and the second one is over there. So I'm gonna go trying to go to both. That'll be nice. Beautiful. Made it up to the first pillbox. This is what it looks like. You can climb up on top of it, and it overlooks this bay here. Let's do a little panoramic. Nice views overlooking the very steep trail, but very rewarding. I'm gonna go up to the second pillbox, which is up there. Check that out. The history behind these two pillboxes is interesting. In 1943, during the height of World War II, the U.S. Army installed these two pillboxes up on this ridge to be utilized as a lookout post and observation station for approaching enemy forces, possibly making their way into the Hawaiian Islands. These were never armed with huge guns or fortified for defensive purposes. However, they were more of an observation station and a command center to detect enemy ships. After the war, the U.S. military abandoned these two pillboxes and turned the ownership and maintenance over to the State of Hawaii Department of Land and Natural Resources. Okay, just amazing views from up here between the two pillboxes. There's the first one that I hiked to. It's very steep, but doable. It rained the 2 days before I came up here, I thought it was gonna be muddy, but it's a little slick in some spots, but not too bad. Just amazing views. Definitely do it if you're on the side of the island and you want to take a little challenging hike. It took me like maybe 30 minutes to get to the top. And that's a view. Beautiful. And look at the colors of the water, the different depths of the water. Very cool. There are some spots along this trail that are extremely steep, so there's no railings. You really have to watch your step. One particular spot, right before you get to the first one, pillbox, is this very steep section here. It's hard to give it perspective, but it's a straight drop right off of the edge here. So this is kind of the ridge, the backbone, before you get up to the first pillbox. But excellent views. Take in the views, just be very careful of where you step. The views and workout on the climb to the top is rewarding and should be on everyone's bucket list while visiting Hawaii. Be on the lookout for unusual plants and flowers along the hike up. This starfish flower was along the trail. This huge 1 foot wide spineless succulent with star-shaped yellow maroon flowers smells like rotting flesh to attract pollinating flies. It is not native to Hawaii. It originated in Africa and Tanzania. This tassel flower is an annual or perennial native of Africa, Asia, and the Americas. It is part of the daisy family and also not native to the Hawaiian Islands. This dragon fruit cactus was vined up in the cluster on the trail. It didn't have the bright red fruit on it this time of year, but it is harvested by local Hawaiians, and its fruit is sweet, speckled with seeds, and is sold in markets across the islands. Located on a point between the Kailua Beach Park and the Lanikai Beach stands the Lanikai Monument. This is a historic pillar structure that was built in 1926 to mark the entrance and define the boundaries of the newly developed Lanikai subdivision. Designed by architect Hartwood, it is a historic landmark representing the 1920s transformation of the area from rural land into a residential vacation community. It is best to hike earlier in the morning hours due to the lack of trees for shade in the strong sunlight. Jeff and I got up early to watch the spectacular sunrise at the nearby Lanikai Beach. Then I took this hike, which was very memorable, up to the pillboxes. So whatever you're doing today, get out to the great outdoors and do something that makes you smile. If you enjoyed this video of Lanikai Pillbox hike, then hit the like button below and please subscribe to our channel to see more travel adventures. There she comes. Sunrise. Over the beach here in Hawaii on Oahu at Lanikai Beach. Beautiful way to wrap up our vacation. The beautiful sunrise.